Okay, from the other night, Trossard had the kick. Is he okay to play?
Sorry?
Is Trossard okay after the other night?
Yeah, he's fine. He trained this morning and he will be available for tomorrow, yeah.
Simon?
How pleased were you with the entire performance, not just the result on Wednesday night? And how do you look at this game tomorrow when you're playing against a side who most people would regard as a rival for what you're trying to achieve? They've bought players as well. Is it, although it's very early in pre-season, is it a test that you can gain anything from?
Well, every game is a test, obviously, and today, although we got a really good result, obviously there are things that we must do much better than we did in the game. We took a lot of positives from it, and we got, especially fitness-wise, the outcome that we wanted, and we shared the minutes with a lot of players, which was something really good. Tomorrow's test is going to be something very different against a team that they are so used to playing together, obviously, and there are big rivals for us in the Premier League. So it's going to be amazing to play in this stadium, full house, incredible atmosphere, and it's going to be a really good test to see where we are.
Okay, Mikel, welcome to the stage. My name is Derek Owusu from Ghana, West Africa. I represent Kizito Sports Africa.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mikel. First of all, I have a couple of questions, but I cannot start without, giving you thumbs up. Last season, you did a great job with your squad. It was really a good job. But I want to find out, at what point, before I come to Thomas Partey, at what point did you realize that, the trophy is gone last season? At what point did you consider that it's gone?
When mathematically it was impossible. Until that point, we always believed that we had the chance to do it. Obviously, there were moments when it was completely in our hands, then we lost it. But there were still games to go, and until the point that it's not possible mathematically, you should never give up, because it's football.
All right. So, Thomas Partey, I know he's a phenomenal guy with regards to your squad. A whole lot is going on with rumors and stuff. People in Ghana are really not happy what is going on. They don't know what the future hold. Is Thomas Partey still in your plans? Is he going to stay? Please, Ghanaians want to know.
Without a question of a doubt, Thomas Partey is a super important player for us and for me, and we want him to be in the team. That's for sure.
Okay. Lastly, Nicolas Pepe. He's also from Africa, Ivory Coast. What is the future for him?
Well, at the moment he's recovering from an injury. That's the reason why he's not here. He had a spell on loan, and obviously we wanted to get much more than what we got from that loan spell. But we'll have to see when we come back, have a chat with him, and understand what the plans are, and make the right decision for him.
Hi, Mikel. Cecil here from AFTV. Can we expect any more signings, or are you happy with this squad going into next season?
I don't know. Obviously, there will be movements still. I don't know. It will be ins, outs. It's still very early. The market seems to be a little bit quieter in the last week or so. So it will be all the time the team. If we can improve the team, we'll try to do so. But as well, we don't want to get any weaker. So we have to be really cautious of that as well.
Hi, Mikel. Curtis Shaw TV here. One player that could be available is Kylian Mbappe. You think there's any possibility we could go for a player of that level, or is that still a pipe dream for Arsenal fans?
You know that I never talk to players that they don't play for our club. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kai?
Hi, Mikel. I just wanted to ask about William Saliba. He's obviously come back over the past couple of games, has looked really strong across the past two performances. Fitness-wise, how is he, and how happy are you to have him back amongst the back line?
Let me ask my assistant. What do you think of Willie? How is Willie at the moment?
Unbelievable.
Can I get your response as well, please, Mikel? Can I get your response to that as well, please?
He's doing really good. Obviously, he's a huge player for us. We know what he brings to the team. He looks good fitness-wise. I think he's in a really good moment. He's happy. Obviously, he extended his contract. I think all seems to be okay.
One for Alex as well, if that's okay. You've come from a team where finishing second was viewed almost as a disaster to last season for Arsenal, from the outside at least, finishing second was a relatively good result. How are you making sure that your team don't sort of rest on their laurels and sort of be happy with second? How are you making sure they push on and try and go for first next season?
I said a lot of times in the past that even watching Arsenal from where I've been before, I had feeling that and smell, I would say, that Arsenal's time is coming. So, of course, we have a young team, but with a lot of experience already. Unfortunately, last season we didn't achieve what we wanted, but it was a lot of good lessons for us during that season, and for sure it will help us for the next one. So I'm fully confident, and let's see what's going to happen.
Hi, Mikel. You said Thomas is a super important player for you going forward. When Declan was brought in, there was maybe a presumption that he was coming in as a replacement for Thomas. Do you envisage using both of them at times?
Yeah, they can play together, and that was in my plans. And if we want to improve the squad and have more quality, we need players that can play together, but we need players in the same position that have to fly for the places. And it's something that we haven't had over the last few years, and we wanted to improve that, and that's why we brought Declan as well.
Just a couple of days ago, I'd asked you about being unpredictable, and you said that's what you wanted to become this year, not changing systems. How difficult has that been this summer to work on that with new players? Are you working on new things with your existing players? So it's more than just plan A now, there's plan B and C?
Yeah, or plan A1, A2 and A3, however you want to look at it. So yeah, we are looking at options, we are training different options. As well, we have to understand, and sometimes you have to leave players to see, because when you see them training, when you see how they connect with each other, they give you a lot of information. It doesn't have to be all the time you provoking things, because they give you a lot of information, and you have to be ready to take that information as well.
And just one for Alex, if I can. You obviously you worked with Mikel before at Manchester City, you came last year. For the 3 new signings that have come in, they looked as if they had been playing at Arsenal for a while. Yesterday they looked so comfortable. Can I just ask for your insight as to how easy it is to understand the game model at Arsenal? What makes the manager so good at integrating new players so quickly?
Well, it wasn't a secret. It's not a secret, obviously, that I know Mister for a while since City, and I said to myself, being there, that if one day I need to leave City and I need to stay in the Premier League, it's going to be only one manager, which is Mikel Arteta. And because the way he sees the football, his vision, he's the winner, and his character and mentality. That's what you cannot love. I mean, like, it's a dream to be in this kind of teams for every football player around the world, and I can see all the way how they enjoy every single day, the way all of us, we're working so hard. Probably during last season, I don't remember even one day where one of the staff or something was leaving training ground earlier than 4 or something. So I think this is the right way to work, and if you want to achieve something big, that's how you need to behave.
Mikel, you've said Thomas is important to you. You want him to stay. You've seen him play alongside Declan Rice, but there's been a lot of interest in him. So do you actually expect him to stay?
Yes.
Has there been any conversations with him about what his priority is?
No, and every time I spoke to him and every time I had conversation with him, he's willing to stay with us. So for me, it's nothing there at all.
Hi, Mikel. I'm Joe Jackson from The Guardian, just so you know. Given last season's experience, will it be harder or easier for your team to sort of be where you want them to be this new season, challenging?
Harder, for sure, because the level is going to go up. and the teams are getting better, and the league is getting stronger. So it's only going to get harder, and we know that, and we are preparing for that, and we have to be better, and we have to play better, and have to do things better than we did last year, and that's the way we are working at the moment.
But not harder with regard to there being some kind of hangover because of the sort of disappointment. You were so close, and everyone admired, how you fought for the title.
No, I think what happened last year probably was necessary as well to learn the lessons that you have to learn to get better and be more successful and achieve what we want to achieve. So it's part of that road and that journey, and we know the complexity of the league and the rivals that we have, but as well I'm sure that they don't want to play against us.
Hi, Alex, can I just ask you, you've got this game coming up for Ukraine. How difficult is it for you to sort of keep focused? Obviously, you're the other side of the world. Just keep focused on what's going on back in your home country while you're trying to prepare for football and everything.
Well, my answer might be a bit long, so sorry about this. First of all, I would like to say, obviously, using this opportunity being here, I would like to say massive thanks to US. And obviously for the rest of the world, which is helping us a lot in this tough moment. Of course, since the invasion, this is already if I'm talking about myself, this is already part of my life, and every single day I'm living with my country, with the people which is staying over there. Me and my family trying to help as much as we can, and obviously, with the event which is coming soon, 5th of August in London, I feel, like I said, listen, I'll try to be simple. I feel that my mission is to try to help as much as I can, right? I want to my kids, when they will be quite big and they're gonna ask me, Daddy, what did you do when this war was there at our homeland? And I just want to look to my daughter's eyes and just want to say, look, me and obviously your mom, we were trying to do our best to help people, to help our country. Obviously, me using the football, which is obviously the best sport in the world, to represent our country in the best way. And with this kind of event, like is coming soon, with all the ex-players, with the football legends, not just football. Some of them are actors. So. It's so important, not just, obviously, the target is to raise some funds to rebuild one of the schools in Ukraine, but this is also another powerful message to the rest of the world, and especially for all Ukrainian people which is staying there and fighting for their independence, that look at these guys, we are not alone. All of them, they stay behind us. So I know some people got fatigued from this war, but we cannot give up. Obviously, me and all of us, we need to fight. We need to fight for our freedom, independence. Because to be honest, I couldn't imagine that this can happen in 2020s. The place where you were, imagine the place where you were born, you was born and raised. You know every single stone there, and one day, the other country just comes to your place, destroy everything around, killing kids, and doing a lot of scary things to achieve what? That's the question. So in this case, I'm talking to the people which got some fatigue, that guys, today is Ukraine, but tomorrow it could be your country. So that's why we need to stick together and fight until the end.
Alex, just on that theme, on the same weekend as your game for Ukraine, I think Shakhtar are going to be playing Tottenham in a friendly as well. I realise, compared to what people in your country are going through, that football is almost insignificant, but football has a very loud voice. And is it through your event and through Shakhtar coming that you can remind people, so people who maybe are fatigued or have forgotten or who are questioning why we're involved in this, it's just another reminder of what's happening and the reality of what's going on in Ukraine?
Yeah, it's so important, to make these kind of events, like I said. Look, of course, it's a bit, not a bit, I would say, for me personally, it's a shame, to ask you guys to donate and stuff like this, right? I'm not saying this and I'm not asking this. Of course, some people can do it. Some of them maybe cannot do this because they have a lot of things to do. They have big families and stuff like this. But, being in London and just walking with my daughter or whatever, I can see some cars or some kids. Like the other day, a few weeks ago, I've seen one family. I don't know where they're from, to be fair. I couldn't recognize the language, probably Czech Republic or somewhere. And I've seen the kid was about 7 years old, and he was like walking with no shirt, and he had like a temporary tattoo on his shoulder with Ukrainian flag. So I was like, wow, these people staying with us. So I'm not asking everyone to donate, but just even like stick on your car. Trust me, this little thing it means a lot for us. Being a Ukrainian, I'm proud of this moment. So proud.
Sorry.
Ask you, how did you get involved yourself in the game for Ukraine? And can I also ask, do you speak quite regularly to people back home, and what kind of emotions go through your mind when you're speaking to them?
Well, I'm talking to, I would say, how can you say, from little, let me try to think how to answer. So 1 month ago, a bit more than 1 month ago, I was in Ukraine, for first time since invasion. And me and Andrei Shevchenko went to that school which we're gonna rebuild. And we spoke with the kids, I'm not gonna say to you like what they were talking about scary things and stuff like this. But I spoke with these kids and finishing with the guys which is staying in the front line and taking risk every single second. And we played against MLS the other day, and the show before the kickoff was unbelievable. And in the end, F-16 were flying in the air just above us, 4 of them, and I know 100% how important for us to have them. And using this opportunity, guys, I have to say again that we need this F-16 to return our land, to return our territories. And that's what I'm trying. Like I said, I have my mission, and if I can have this kind of opportunity to talk to you guys, I have to say.
Last 2 questions, one from the US, and then finish with you, Dan.
How you doing, Mikel? Welcome to the US.
Thank you.
After the kind of disappointment after last year, what can you personally do as the manager to get improvement and make sure that Arsenal lifts the Premier League at the end of the season?
Well, coach them better to win every single game, and that's the aim. And play better and make sure that they enjoy every minute of being here, because at the end it's about getting the best out of them, and that's crucially you want to do that. And at the end, believe that they can do it again, that they can do it better, and they have to demand themselves another standards. You want to raise the level and achieve what we want to achieve. And this is the mission every single day.
Thank you. And last question.
Hi, Mikel. Tomorrow, when you face United, you'll be coming up against a player in Mason Mount, who I think you were keen to sign this summer. How disappointing was it not to land him, if you like, and how how much of a blow was it to see him go to a rival in United?
We are so happy with the players that we sign and the players that we have in our squad, so not necessary to talk about other players.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.